Hey Alta Labs fans, Jeff Hansen here, and today we are going to talk about QoS Prioritization. This is a feature that is available on all Alta Labs switches. This feature allows you to, from every switch on the S8 PoE all the way to the S48 A PoE, be able to prioritize certain types of traffic on each port. So I want to use this diagram to just kind of give a quick idea on how it works. Let's say you have a whole bunch of traffic that's coming in. Let's say you're downloading something or doing a backup or something like that. These are packets that are coming into a port. So you'll see you have these packets and they're queued, in order. It's first in, first out typically. What happens is if you have a frame that happens to be tagged with a DSCP tag, one of the most common ones is DSCP46. This is used for VoIP frames. So let's say you want to prioritize VoIP frames so that there isn't any latency or jitter introduced when your network gets busy. You can do that by using this feature. When a frame comes in that's VoIP, so let's say it arrives in time here, so when it's queued into the port, it gets here. Well, since its priority is bumped up, it'll actually move it all the way to the front of the ingress queue on this port. And then also same thing for the egress port. When it sends it out, it'll also be bumped up. So every single port on every Alta Labs switch has 8 different priority queues per port for ingress and egress. And so as a packet comes in, it will prioritize those packets that have higher priority. So the higher the number, the higher the priority, obviously. And as those packets come in, you can have 8 different categories of traffic that comes into each port. So hopefully this is a good example to give you an idea of how it works. Then we're going to go look at how to set it up. So you come into your dashboard, manage.alta.inc on your controller. To set this up, you go to the network tab, click on one of your switches. Now this is a camera switch that has a whole bunch of cameras hooked up to it. And you'll see that I already have a few different port colors set up. The easiest way to do QoS prioritization across the network is to use colors. Colors are kind of a concept of grouping or a profile for each of your switch ports. So what we've done is I set the port color to purple on each of these ports, and then I'm going to go ahead and edit the purple ports and set the priority on these to something else. The QoS settings are all the way at the bottom here. So we have a bunch of different profiles that you can choose from. Default does not do any QoS prioritization. What that does is it, everything is first in, first out with no priority classification. Now, even if you do set that, you can set a base priority for the port. So let's say you have a bunch of phones that maybe they're older phones, maybe they don't support DSCP tagging, but you still want their traffic to be prioritized above other port traffic. Well, you can use a default profile because that traffic from these phones may not be tagged, and you can just bump up the priority to 1. And what that'll do is it'll make sure that these ports that are purple are handled, the traffic that comes in from these ports is handled first before any other traffic that gets passed through the network. So that's one easy use case. Another thing you can do is if you have a larger network, a lot of times it's good to use the enterprise QoS profile. So this uses a bunch of DSCP mappings that are kind of industry standards. They're mappings that are used on a lot of enterprise networks, and it uses like the full 8 different priorities. So obviously VoIP is in there, AV is in there, priority security traffic. So it has a whole bunch of mappings that the industry has kind of decided these are the important DSCP mappings to pay attention to. And so you can use that and just set it the base priority to 0, and that will do what you'd see a lot of other enterprise network switches do out in the industry that perform QoS prioritization. The other thing you can do is we do have a bunch of profiles that are for specific types of devices. So let's say you have a Dante AV system and you want to plug in your devices into that. You just make sure that the purple port or whatever color that you're using, the port that the Dante is plugged into, matches this color. And then you would just hit save on that port or any ports that have that. Now I do want to mention that even though we do have all these different profiles for all these brands and types of devices, Enterprise kind of encapsulates all of them. And so as a general rule, you can just use Enterprise for just about any type of network, any types of devices that are plugged in, and it should work great. Another common use case is, let's say your VoIP phones do support the DSCP tagging. All you have to do is plug in your phones into those ports, make sure that you're using the right color for those ports, and you can even name them now. So what we're going to do is set up these ports as phone ports, and we're going to use the VoIP profile. And what that will do is make sure that just the DSCP tagged element of 46 is prioritized with priority 1, and then you would hit save. The other thing you can do is, in some cases, maybe the default profiles don't work for you for QoS. Maybe you want to add a different setting. You can do this based on the DSCP value, which is a subset of the IP TOS value. You can do it either way. TOS is like the full 8 bits. DSCP is just a subset of that. For whatever reason, the industry is mostly standardized on DSCP values. So what you do is you go in here and you could say, I want to actually set 46 to priority 1. And the way this works is, let's say your base port profile is priority 3. What that will do then is all the traffic coming into this port normally that's not tagged would be profile 3. So it would be above the priority of other port traffic on other ports that don't have the same base priority. But then if it's tagged with 46, that packet would then be bumped up even one more. So that would have a priority of 4. And so using this, you can make sure that the traffic that's important goes in and out of the right ports with the right priorities. The last thing that you can do is you can actually do this on a per port basis. So let's say you don't want to use the profile or the color for the port. You can actually come in here and you can say, well, on this port, I just don't want to use QoS at all. No base profile. That's how you do it on a per port basis. You can still set the port priority, and you can still set up priorities here to manually override any DSCP mappings to their priorities. There's tooltips everywhere just to kind of give you an idea of what everything means. And there's also a knowledge base article as well. If you have any questions about this, we hope that you'll find it very useful for all your Pro AV installations and VoIP phones. But you can reach out to us either on the forum.alta.inc, or if you have any questions or problems, support@alta.inc. And thanks a ton for watching our video.